Rita, you were too fast. You beat me, okay? She was faster than me. Ashley already did it. Okay, yeah. It was pretty, it's one of the easiest. It's kind of weird because usually you create the class and then you add students to the class. In this frame, the way this system works, you create the class as you add the students. Thank you, Mary. I love that you gave us feedback. I appreciate it so much. Ah, same student. You got a duplicate student message. Good. It does work. Okay. Last thing I want to talk about today, has it been 3 minutes yet, or do we got a minute more?
It's been almost 3 minutes.
Almost 3. Yeah. I think a few people have set up a student now. So, okay. To create an assignment for a class, to me, this is the most powerful item that you can do in Educator Central. You don't have to create assignments. Without creating assignments, if you let your students use this on their own, you still can track their reading and what words they learn. And you could probably tell them to go to particular documents and public documents. So you don't have to create an assignment, but if you want to, it's kind of cool because you can create assignments for students in different classes. So if you have 2 different classes, the assignments can be different for each class. And they will have them when they open up their My Learning, My Documents, they will see their assignments and know what to go to, and you don't have to tell them every day what they need to go to do their assignment. So it just makes it a little bit easier. It's really good. This is not approved for distance learning, but it makes it easy if they wanted to do this on their own, too. They know what they need to be doing. On Educator Central, here, you don't go to Charts and Reports or Add Students. We're going to go to Assignments. Your assignments will show up here. I already have 2 assignments on this screenshot. To add an assignment, we go here. And you can also delete assignments. If they don't like them anymore, or they're not working, or you've got too many listed, you can delete one. But I'm going to go and share this. I'm going to go share and show you how to do this. And I'll leave you at the end thinking of how you want to use this. And if you want to create an assignment and practice it on your own after today or before you leave your computer today, that's up to you. But let me show you how to do this. So first of all, I have to go think. Where do you go? Educator Central. I got to go across now to Assignments. Am I sharing my screen?
No, you're not sharing your screen.
No, I'm not. Good. Okay. I'm glad I remember. I just forgot. Okay, now I am.
I would have reminded you.
Yeah, now you can see. Okay, now I'm going to Educator Central. Now I'm sharing my screen. And then you should see Educator Central. I just clicked on it. I'm going to click on Assignments. If you guys look through here, you can see now I have 3 assignments that I've done. When I click on the assignment, you can see that I've assigned this to ESL 2, my new class, and Tech and Tell class. I have 4 classes. Let's say I only want ESL 2 to do it, so I'd assign it just to ESL 2. Nursing is Caring. Maybe that's just my Tech and Tell class. U.S. Pledge of Allegiance. I just want my ESL class. So do you see how that's how you choose what assignments you want for each class? If I want to add an assignment, I click on the Add an Assignment. I read what it says. Very important. They have lots of help on this site, but you do have to read it, which I have found out sometimes I don't. To add an assignment, search or browse for a document. Click on it so it's ready to read. The correct document is displayed. Copy the URL in your browser's address bar. What is the URL in your browser's address bar? I know, Janice. Look up here where my mouse is. Can you see that, Anne-Marie, up here at the top? That's my browser, and this is going to be the link that you want to use for your assignment when you're on that document.
Can you expand your screen? And also, everybody, really quickly,
I don't think so.
If you go up to the right, look at the top right-hand corner of your webinar room screen, and you're going to see up at the top right-hand corner, you're going to see a plus or minus, and that will expand the screen, okay? So if I press on that plus sign, it's going to expand my screen, and I can see that link that Denise is sharing. And you
I'm
also
I'm just showing them where the browser
right,
link is. I think most people may know that, but it's wherever you
right.
type in your web page when you're on the internet. That's called your browser bar at the very top.
But I
Okay?
want them to be able to expand their screen so they can see it.
Yeah.
And then they have you also have your title bar that goes up and down, your scroll bar, excuse me, on the right-hand side and on the bottom. So you can move your screen around if you've enlarged it. That's all.
Okay, thank you so much. So at this point, you've got to go find a document. Now, where can I go find a document? I could go to My Learning, My Documents, or I could go to Public Documents. It doesn't really matter. If I went to Public Documents, I could choose one that I have posted or anybody else has posted. I happen to know today, what did we work on in post? We did Best Parodies for Teachers. I also have one called Nursing as Caring. I'm going to actually use this one. This one was something I got. It's a freely distributed textbook called Nursing as Caring. Once you get it, what do? What did it tell me? What do I have to copy? I have to copy the link, the web link from the browser bar. I don't know if y'all can see that. My screen is expanded, Emery, but I'm going to copy that right now. Okay? I have to copy and paste that link. Once I copy and paste the link, I can go back to my sharing and to my assignments and work on that. So it's kind of it's I call it clunky. It's a little bit clunky because you've got to go get the link that you want to share. Then you go into your Educator Central, you go to your assignments, you add an assignment. So you really want to have your link beforehand, okay? And it went to a different page. I don't want to go there. I want to go to Educator Central. It keeps going back. Yeah, are you there?
Denise, yeah, I'm here. I just want to remind you we are at 12:31 right
Okay.
now. So,
Okay.
just FYI.
Okay. I'm just doing a link for you to show you here, but I want to go back. It did the same thing to me yesterday when I couldn't get back to it's hard to get back to the page that you were at. But once you go back and you have that link and you're ready to share the link, you can go to your because something with my login came off. Okay. I can go back to Educator Central, Assignments, add an assignment, and I don't know why it keeps going to this page, and it shouldn't. It's not the page. It could be that it's underneath my stop sharing thing. Here it is. I'm sorry, guys. There's a little thing that was on top covering my tab. Do you see how I copied and pasted here? I copied and pasted something in this link, and I'm going to add the URL. Once I add it, I actually did Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. I can click on this class that I want. When this happens, the student will see this under their My Learning, My Documents. They'll see their assignments, and when you do your charts and reports, you could actually look at their assignment progress and see how they're doing. Okay? Again, it keeps logging me out today. I don't know why. I've been logged in many times, but that's what it's doing. So lots of things that you can work with on this. I wish I had more time with you. I don't. If you have any questions, and I know Sheridan for sure, get my email, and I want to be able to at least get you to share a document. Use this with your classes. I think it's great. Even if you do not create assignments for your classes, you can use this successfully to track what your students are reading, and you could just tell them what to read, or you can have them copy and paste their own text or go to the websites that you want them to go to. Okay? Any questions, last-minute questions before we end today? I know everyone's ready for lunch. Think about how you would use this in your class. Ashley, already using it?
Everybody, as you're typing your questions, I have put Denise's email address in the chat pod again, and it's a pretty easy one, but remember to make sure to spell her last name correctly. But it's denise.guckert@gmail.com, and it is in the chat pod again. And I will put the sign-in sheet as you guys are typing your last-minute questions. I'll go ahead and put the attendance link in the chat pod one more time, and so you guys can sign in if you have it. And again, just FYI for everybody to remember the week of June 22nd and 23rd, registration and access to the Tech and Tells is moving into the PD portal. So more information to come on that. And Cheryl says thank you, Cheryl. I'm going to recopy for her to see it. And you're welcome. She just says thank you. Cheryl
Okay, great. And I wanted just to say, please, if you want to email me, if you want to know how to do something that's not working right, we can always get on the phone. Or if you want some ideas, I have so many ideas of how I would use this in the classroom as a whole group exercise. It could be an individual exercise, or as a classroom type of thing. I would love to chat with you or talk with you about ideas, because I think this has so many possibilities. So please contact me if you have any questions or comments. Appreciate your time. Bye-bye, everybody. Oh, and Ashley, I'll stay online and answer this. If people need to go, I totally understand, okay? But I'm going to answer Ashley's question.
Let's go ahead and say what the question is, though, for closed captioning for accessibility. The question is, I do have a question. Can you recommend how to use in a lesson? The way I set it up was to have them choose their own words. Then they did the learning activities, read the material, and Rewordified, then read it again as class as normal. And so that was a question from Ashley. Great question. And Denise, I'll let you answer.
Yes, it does make sense. This is a wonderful way just to use it. Now, I don't know if you set up a class. You don't even have to set up a class to do this. In fact, the students don't even. I would recommend that they get accounts. I'd get them to get an account first. But basically, they go in. You've chosen what they're going to read. Okay, they can read a public document, or you tell them to put in a website. This is if you didn't create an assignment for them. You've already done the learning. You said the learning sessions. You could also print out some activities for them to do. Take home for homework, whatever. They do the learning sessions. Then I do agree totally. One thing this site doesn't do is the reading part. It's all silent reading. I always would go back as a whole group or in partners, get them, make sure that they're doing the reading. Silent reading is super important, but with some of our students, they're not going to read because they don't like reading. So you're going to have to make sure that they are doing the reading and give them the time and space and direction to do the actual reading. With beginning ESL students, you may want to go through, if you're doing the same document, do it all at once where everybody watches you on the overhead. And they do it with you, and you repeat the oral. You do all the oral. You may want to go through the situation orally a little bit, give some background, do the vocabulary before you do the first reading, and do the first reading using some of those fluency things you learned about echo reading and things like that. So I think you can incorporate this in so many different ways depending on your audience and what's really going to work. That's why I said I would love to talk to people more about, just ideas of how to use this site, because different parts of the site you could use in different ways.
And you know what? I'm typing to Ashley, but I also want to piggyback off of what Denise just said, and that is, Ashley, think about how you can use Rewordify with the ReadWorks. And some of you have been on the Tech and Tells that I've done with ReadWorks. Think about how you can Rewordify a ReadWorks passage and create activities around that. That's just an idea.
That's great. Oh, well, thanks, guys. I know everybody's ready for lunch. I'm going to lunch, too, so I understand it. But thanks for your time. I'm super excited. I hope I hear from somebody, and it was good to have people return. And Janice, it was so fun because I hadn't seen you in years. But I love it when I see names I didn't know for a lot, that I haven't remembered. Now remember.
Oh, my
And
God.
John, it was great to have you on today, too, if you're still there. Talk to everybody soon, okay?
All right, and Denise, thank you so much on behalf of Train PD. This was the first 3-part Tech and Tell that we've done, and I want to thank Denise. This has been wonderful, and look for these to be added to the PD portal in the coming weeks. We are a little behind with uploading them, so patience is appreciated. But Denise, thank you again, and and she'll be on again. I'm gonna wrangle her to come back again. So thank you, Denise, and thanks everybody for hanging in 10 minutes over time, and everybody have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next week, and Ashley will be back next week. Ashley Winkle will be back.
Ashley.
Yep, next week. So, okay, everybody, we're going to close the room, and take care, and have a great weekend. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.